Hi guys, it's Katelyn, and today I'm so excited. I have my special friend Evonne.
Hello.
All the way from the West Coast. She is in town visiting Pittsburgh, and one of the things I love about my friendship with Evonne is we always have these great philosophical discussions. Like, she is my wisdom woman that just has a bunch of amazing insight on things. And we're both passionate about having a healthy lifestyle and doing it the right way. And she brought up a great point today about personal motivation and the evolution of it. So would you like to elaborate on your point and your stories?
Sure. Personal motivation is that's kind of the key to moving us forward. It's the thing that you focus on, whether your goal may be weight loss, health, you want to get a new job, you're going to have a baby, whatever, you have changes in your life, you have things to focus on, and you need that focal point is your goal. So anyways, so I've been through many changes. I'm actually originally from Pittsburgh and moved to the West Coast about 4 years ago, and I've probably had about 4 years of drastic changes since then, and kind of getting to a point now that I'm settling in, and where I live now, which is Olympia, Washington. Awesome place to be. And I've found that over time I've had to kind of recalibrate myself to stay motivated towards my goals, and one of them for me is maintaining a healthy weight. I went through a big weight loss journey many years ago. I lost about 45 pounds. It was a pretty big deal for me. I was like, yay. But over time, things change. I don't have the same motivations. I suppose if you're a person that's having a hard time sticking to your goal, I'd like to remind you all that sometimes your motivations change, and that's okay, and to move forward with them and to let them happen. Because I find myself getting stuck in a rut where I'm like, oh, my motivation is this, I just want to look really good in this outfit or what have you. And it's like, well, my life has changed a lot. Like, maybe that's not the thing now. Maybe that's not the thing that's getting me. Now I just want to eat healthy foods. I want to find out what foods work for me and my body, and what's, pay more attention to how I react to them, like mentally, physically, emotionally.
Yeah.
And that should be my focus now, not what my, perhaps my size is.
Yeah.
So
I know when we met at my old gym, and 2008-ish maybe. And back then I was eating healthy, which meant lean cuisines at work every day. And so, and Evonne was one of the people, do you remember the time we went to the Giant Eagle and you were helping me pick out new stuff? And
it's funny.
Yeah. And so back then I think I had a lot of short-term motivations, like if you had a vacation coming up or you wanted to look good in a dress or whatever. But now, like you said, so much of my motivation comes from wanting to nourish my body.
Yeah.
And like you said, I can tell when my digestive system is off. It affects my mood. It affects my energy. It affects my emotions.
Yeah.
So even this morning we were talking about the effects of coffee and processed foods and things like that. So I think the more tuned in we become to that, just like you said, it changes our motivations for wanting to do things.
That's which reminds me of my junk food vegetarian years. Where I'm like, I'm doing good and I'm vegetarian, but I'm eating stuff out of processed food out of a box.
Yeah.
Just adding in the meat substitute product.
Yeah.
And calling it a day. And it's like, you're actually not doing, you may be doing a lot of good for yourself, because, you feel good about your choices, don't want to harm animals, what have you, but you're not doing a lot of good for your own self. Which is the number one thing to stay focused on is take care of yourself first, then you're able to take care of anyone else around you.
But I think you bring up a good point, because my lean cuisine days, sometimes we need to be in that phase, and that's okay. Sometimes we do have steps along our health journey, and it doesn't mean you have to go from eating fast food to green juice every single day.
No.
So it's okay to be gentle with ourselves in the process and the evolution of it, like you said.
One step at a time, and try one thing at a time, what works for you, what doesn't. I think it's good just to stay in tune with yourself along the way. Yeah.
So what Evonne brought up earlier that I thought was such a good point is how sometimes we feel like we've lost motivation. And you brought up a good point that that's not necessarily true.
Right. Yeah. kind of meditated on this. New thing for me is meditation. I would try it if you're not doing it now.
I agree.
Yeah, and I started to lose faith in myself that I can't lose the weight again, or I can't get back to a healthy weight that I want to be in my journey. I mean, like I gained it all back, but I've gained some back. And one, I have to be comfortable with that. And two, I have to not lose faith that I can't get back to where I want to be again. And now my new focus is I want to tone and get strong, you know? And I have this awesome boyfriend now that's promised to teach me weightlifting. So when I get home, that's going to be the next project for me. But, you know, and that will be over like just getting really super thin. I used to look at models and magazines and things, and that's not the focus now. It's more of an athletic kind of a thing where it's like, I want to perform. I'm a backpacker now. I want to be able to perform when I get out there and not crash or just not, you know, just give up on myself or something like of that nature.
Yeah. So what I love about her approach is that, like you said, if you were still focusing solely on believing that what used to motivate you is still what should motivate you, you would feel like your motivation was totally gone. But when you step back and reevaluate, maybe my motivation has just moved on, like you said, and it's now something different, and you can reflect on that, then you can take those new things that motivate you, like you said, wanting to be in good performance and good shape for when you're hiking and doing the really intense, like backpacking and stuff that you're doing. And when you find that new reason why, all of a sudden you feel motivated again. So it's not that you're not motivated. It might just be that you're hanging on to old reasons that used to motivate you, and maybe those aren't important anymore. So as we grow as people, we have to focus on looking at how our motivations change and evolve as well, which I thought was such a great point.
So do some meditation.
Yes.
Maybe recalibrate if you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think journaling is great for that too. So really sitting down and getting clarity on what's important to us. And that clarity is just instant momentum. So as soon as you get clear, it's like the whole universe responds to that, and it inspires you, it motivates you, and all of a sudden, in 5 minutes, your motivation can be back like that, just because you've gotten clear about some things may not be important to you anymore, and that's okay to let go of those. And there could be other new reasons, like you said, looking at health or how we nourish our body, or for me, it's my digestive system and knowing how that affects me if it's off, or with you when you're hiking. Like there's all these new reasons, and I think we should give ourselves a little pat on the back for having, thank you. Pat for you too. For having new reasons and for growing as people, and for not focusing on those older reasons that no longer serve us. So
Exactly.
good for you.
Well said.
Thank you. Well said for you too. I just thought it was such a great point. And so for all of you watching, which by the way, hi Nicole, hi Sarah, hi Lindsay. Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Thanks for watching. So again, congrats for watching. You're clearly a self-reflective person already. And like Ron said, sit down, meditate, maybe do a little journaling, figure out what's important to you. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling unmotivated, those are quick and easy ways to just look at where your motivation has now evolved to or moved on to, and find it there instead of where you used to find it. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Guys.
Everybody
My
have
first live.
Woo! First live! Get it? Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you, Evonne, for traveling all the way from Olympia, Washington to be here with us today.
What?
Yes. And we wish her a safe trip back. See you guys.
Bye.